Hello, this is Ami, the intuitive at Let Me See What We See. Thank you for listening, joining me this day at Let Me See What We See podcast, live from Spreaker.com, and then also soon to be available at YouTube. Search Ami the Intuitive. Let me see what we see. So first off, I just congratulate you taking the time for yourself during this busy changing flow of the day. And whatever you are doing, wherever you are at, in between here and here, I would like you to be relaxed and let my voice guide your attention and to enjoy noticing how you're responding to what you're hearing through my voice. And get your favorite drinks. I'm having here is a black tea, cinnamon black tea. Changing the mood here from coffee today a little bit. And then sit back and relax, and I'm talking to you from the couch. And if you can get your water or tea or coffee, anything to sip, something that you like to enjoy. If at the end of the day and you may want to grab some glass of wine or a beer or margarita. It's too early for party if you're listening live at this middle of that week. And today's menu, I would like to do our exercise of mindfulness to conscious breathing and neutralize ourselves and awareness and here now emotion, and to just to reset, reconnect to upcoming wherever you are. So that's what I would like to do. And then I'd like to share about self-awareness technique that very simple and anyone can do it. But the point is the conscious participation to something invisible. Human is such an visual oriented, and 80% of the information we are getting from visual. So that's the human system. And then if you're a man, I think it's more higher chances to using the visual as your information capturing tool. So it's natural for human to missing easy non-visible means non-physical element energy. So these elements asks our participation, dedication to notice more than physical, visible element information. So as long as we are consciously noticing and participating in this observation through the self-awareness exercise, then you'll be fine. It's just as simple. But the reminder would be helpful to remind to notice. And if you can come up with a good reminding system for yourself, because each one of us has a unique system easily get reminded. Some note, make a note at the door, or put something on your keys, and like, and then every time you grab the key to go out or come back, and then automatically you notice, and then that reminds you something to do, or like the note memo to place it in on the purse, or like alarm to the cell phones, whatever that seems to be working, helping for you, that will be fine. So that's something that you need to find for yourself, something that I would suggest, but I cannot do that for you. And just to get an idea that the simple way to organize our presence as a human, as a person, and then using our sensor to observe each part of us so that we can become more aware of ourselves, what we are, who we are, and who we are becoming. And it's always good to be updated as we change all of the time, so as everything else on this planet Earth. So let us start with the conscious breathing exercise. I just saw the article about breathing exercise. Yeah, this one was something about the meditation that some Asian country, they study about the monk's brain changes when they do the meditation, and the result, which is telling that when we neutralize the thought through the meditation, and that testing was to invite in the affirmation, like a positive thought, and then feeling with that emotion, and that shows the brain in a certain environment that would support our physical well-being. Excuse me for this outline, but these details, it's good to check that article by yourself. So I'm going to repost that article on my Facebook page. So if you're interested in, please check on that, my Facebook page, Facebook Army the Intuitive. Then you can find that information. I'm so interested in about the scientific study about the human brain and emotion and the mindset, that how we can the human brain will change, and each part of us change to create that certain environment within a physical body, and that would totally reflect to our presence as a person. So once we know how physical body and other part of our body works, and then there is a higher chances, better chances for us to use that system with a little bit of guidance, and what can we expect it by using which part of us. So I when I find some interesting study, and I share on my Facebook page. So if you are also interested in, please go check my Facebook page. There's not much my video or photos or anything like that, but articles that draw my attention about perception, human potential, and the brain study, and so forth. It's more of scientific studies, cutting edge, and quantum mechanism. So, yeah. So before doing this breathing exercise, of course, when we know something like information to feed our mind and then do so, and then that increases the result because we are more intended, and then we believe. When we believe, the placebo effect will kick in. So when we believe, that gives us a higher chances to help us reaching that better result. That's part of our human system. So let let me guide the attention here. So I would like you to get relaxed and open your eyes and sip in your favorite drink. Drinking and taking liquid into your body is there's a reason, because that would help our noticer to notice that physical presence through the sensation of the drink is coming into a physical body. So it's easier to connect, reconnect, and notice it. And if you, it's not handy for you to sip something, chew something like gum or candy or something that makes your physical presence more easier to be noticed by your noticer self. That's the whole idea. And then also at the same time, we like to enjoy and relax, emotional, psychological benefit too. I smell cinnamon, so nice. All right, so I would like you to get relaxed and just allow my voice guide your attention, and let us give attention to top of our head. It's called crown chakra. If you're familiar with the chakra, the seventh chakra, top of our head is the ideas and consciousness and the connection to the universe, something larger than a physical being as a person. And then noticing how you are feeling about possibility, potentials. How do you respond to the word possibility? And then coming down to the eyes, what you're seeing in front of your naked eyes, physical eyes. I'm seeing the light. How about in between your eyes, the forehead? Some sensors sensing the inside from the other sensors, giving you some information what kind of element you are in between eyes sensing, and just observe. And then the smell from the nose, and the taste, and the ears, hearing something besides my sound of the voice. Silence is also the sound, stillness coming in to your ear. What do you hear? From your ears left to the right, from the right. And then the throat open, vibrating. Muscles, what do you notice in your voice or the throat? Something is filtering my voice today, vibrating. Do you notice that? Little bit of vibe. And then coming down to the both shoulders. Shoulders, right and left. And then coming down to the arms towards the elbow and to the hand, reaching out. And then bring your hands back to the chest, inside the rib cage and lungs. And then going behind lungs next to the spine, and then coming down, following your spine a little bit lower, and then come inside of your tummy, belly, stomach, coming down to the lower back, towards the hip, waist, hip, and noticing the gravity on your bottom. The surface touches both hips, feeling the gravity if you are sitting, touches the seat, and then going down towards the leg, sensing the joint. I'm noticing my legs are closed, so unclosing now and towards the knee. And then going down to the feet, foot touches the floor, heels, and the toes to the ground, and connected to the earth now. Thank you. So now attentions are given to body, physical body, inside, outside, and the sense of sensed where you are at this present moment. And mindfulness exercise through conscious breathing. We do it 3 times, in taking all the air around you slowly from the nose, counting 3 slowly, and then feel the air into the lungs and the tummy, make it as a balloon, and then hold it as much as you can, and noticing inside sensation all the air is coming in as a new, and then let that out slowly from the mouth, along with no longer needing energy. When you notice a memory coming up that no longer serving, and then just let that memory out with the air, and without having particular any memory, just let that out, because the energy knows, subconscious no longer needing to let that out. Perhaps you may experience new information by doing so. So just trusting that your system will take care by following my voice consciously, oxygenation through physical body with the intention, focusing air movement all that time. Are you ready? Let me sip my tea. Let's do that. Okay, let us take a long, deep breath. Counting 3, 1 now from nose. 2, 3. Hold it, hold it, hold it. And let that out slowly from the mouth. One more time. Counting 3. All the air and energy around you from the nose. 1. Now. 2, 3. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Release slowly from the mouth. Exhaling all no longer serving energy. The last one with silence. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. Thank you. Feel good. So those of you first time joining me, welcome and thank you for taking the time for yourself. I am Ami the Intuitive. This is the guided breathing exercise, conscious breathing exercise. And one of the things unique about this exercise I share is that practically use this anytime, anywhere you want to access to this mindfulness state quickly. So I encourage you to do this with eyes open, wide awake. So even if you are driving, you can do that. Because I know many of you are connecting with me, my voice there in the driving time. Hope you're not sleeping though. I know some people use my voice guidance for before sleeping to guide it into the sleeping state. That's nice too. Thank you. Because I'm intending to deliver the healing energy. My healer part of self is intending to deliver that healing energy through my voice. So I truly appreciate these comments that you guys share with me. So eyes open, wide awake, and then accessing this sense of neutral self, like aligned to here now, with hopefully you feel a little chest open, heart open, lungs open through the air with a new energy and push that out, no longer serving energetically, so that newness is taken in physically. So that will help you to realign in authentic, natural self well-being, here now. And this is the ideal state that mind, our head, can become clear, and oxygen will give a more oxygen gives better circulation to the brain, so our brain works more clearly. That help us to notice things, the function in a better operation, and just take a few minutes. So I think it's very useful, especially when you are heading to something important event that would make you feel a little bit of nervous or put some tension or it's just so excited, and then it's good to release some energy to hold that, owning that excitement in a comfortable stance to participate the next step. One of these, hold each part of yourself nicely and to use as whole wonderful natural beingness to participate. That's really ideal. That will help us to excel in the most powerful energy that available within you, around you, as one, as your dedication to your life. Mm, that is really nice. So this is the quickest way to hold that space for us. So please exercise. And every time we exercise, because each of us has an preference, and finding your own preferred way is ideal. So my role here is to hold the space for you to take your time to exercise. And rest of other part, I would like you to find out what is resonating, what would be better for you to do in a certain different way. But the two things, conscious breathing, your attention is given to the air coming in and out physically, and then eyes are open, you know. So two things. And then if I would ask for the third and then let that out with no longer needing energy. If you have particularly noticing some energy you want to let go of. If not particular, and then just energetically literally let that out, and then your subconscious will take care of that. So this is mindfulness state. And today's topic I would like to share with you is the self awareness, personal energy management. Start with self awareness. This is based on my own challenge that to noticing something outside of myself, like client situation or other people or some particular project that developing for the work, as my nature to observe and analyze and then organize and then develop as the way reaching the goal. I found myself challenging to noticing about self, about what about me, It's always for a client or project or assignment or other people or friend. So, and then I was encouraged to relate to myself as a self development program. And what I noticed is that when the topic is reaching into the core of my heart or the most sensitive part, that we would like to know, what we would like to explore or express, very related to true heart, passion, or uh, underneath of the layers of self. Then my intuition was fooling me not to be noticing it. And then my observer part was also being fooled, like pretending as food. And I was pointed out my teacher slash coach that I'm not gonna allow you fooling yourself anymore. And I was told that, and then I had no idea what she meant. Because awareness, I was absolutely unaware that blind to self. But that part is obvious to the people around. And these are pretty much about the case. So, um, if you're noticing a similar dynamic to your friend or your business partner, whoever that are around you, and I would recommend you to remind them nicely because we perceive as they absolutely knew by themselves or know by themselves, but most likely they are not, so choose the word carefully and remind them as a mirror. So the mirroring is a good thing, and there is a therapeutic exercise, and one of the tools as in the mirroring, as the pairing to do this exercise, and one person become mirror, and then one person speak out, and then as in a mirror, the partner will speak back in a certain method. So I remember that I participated this exercise long time ago at the class, and my partner my partner said that, are you aware of that you said the word intuition more than 22 times? And I was like, no, totally not. So some part of me was wanted to do something about the intuition, and my conscious or mind or whatever, the intuition was fooling me not to own that awareness. So that type of exercise would help us become aware as a mirror to get to know about self. And sometimes we really do not want to see the mirror, you know. Um, Sometimes that scared to face on as is. And one of these moment, it would be nice to have the tool to do the work by ourselves, so then we can talk to ourselves accordance to how we feel. Well, you don't want to see exactly right now, and then you can negotiate to yourself about how you want to feel to do the work. So that's all about mirroring to about self, and then become more aware of each part of us. So when I started to do the self um, awareness program by myself, and was so insist because my stubborn spirit and soul disallowing me to reveal. And sometimes I'm just putting out the skin, like layers of skin too early, and then it's like a breathing inside. It's ouch, emotional psychology. I was not ready to peeling off that portion yet. So that's never forced to do that because we all have the natural time And just like a plant, when you take that part out, and then sometimes it's not gonna follow as well we want them to bloom, right? But sometimes it's a support would help to open up nicely. So noticing that nuance and environment is an observer self is useful. And then these observer self also grow and develop according to the work that we do. That's a benefit of human function, that when we do and we become better, more and more, better and better. So doing is supportive too. And that core, revealing the core, is authenticity. And being authentic is a package with the vulnerable, the vulnerability, that when we can love and embrace own vulnerability, and that gives us strength. And then in order to do so, we must feel safe enough to admit the vulnerability. When we are survival mode, and then when acknowledge the vulnerability, and then it's you know it's not going to get a balance, because we need to protect from survival first. So according to that journey we go on our path, allow that your intuition to notice. And when you feel ready to become more aware and open, and this work is really useful to get to know about self, so serving your needs more better, so that allow us to serve others needs better, because we became more better manager of our personal energy management. And at the end of the day, we only can change ourselves. No one wants to be managed by someone else. Self management, aware what's around and the resonance, and then best resonance to adjust and manage self in that environment, being part of it, inside out, is the most reliable, sustainable, co-creative teams and partnership and work and community. So always resource-based, inside-out approach to get to start, become aware of self. And I came up with three different zones to pay attention to. The authenticity is the raw data. So we want to be safe to feel, talk about own voice to yourself, right? Sometimes like we are so trained to manipulate, like to be perceived as better by ourselves. It's so twisted. In case of me, it's like it's too scared to speak out sometimes, because from that childhood trauma experience. So if there is there, and then noticing that is also the awareness. Once we can notice it, and then we can untangling the energetic component one by one, all start from the awareness. And once we are comfortable to speak out to ourselves true voice, then observing ourselves is the physical part of us, physical body. And emotional body, and the mind. So these mind and emotion, physical, of course, all related. And everything is made of energy as an mutual element, physical body, mindset, thought, thinking, and feeling. These are the energy. So energetically, we can rearrange and energetically connected, influencing. So one become better and then influence the other area. So when thinking negative and then that feeling depressed, right? And then that depressed feeling is stored in the physical body energetically. And then particular element or issues about life is all relate to that physical part. If you're familiar with the energy chakra representing in each part of the body, the seven chakra from the top of the head is the crown chakra all the way down to the through the spine at the bottom as the root chakra, and then in between the color of seven rainbow colors, and each area represent that um, our energetic relation and the physical portion and also the mind thought related and also emotion. So that relationship between the physical body and the mind, emotion, and how energy can relate and redirect consciously so that can be realigned for ideal state. And this is starting with ourselves inside of us, and then also we are living with other people, always being part of environment, connecting to other people. So within us and also a world around us, connection. So these two major way our living presence as a person and we are changing as on a journey. So it's really nice to take a time to periodically like where are we as on a whole person, body, mind, and emotion and spirit, I mean the energy. And practically observe certain amount of time every day because the body is observing about the 2 weeks and then you get the a good idea of where your body is, and then do it for like 3 weeks, the third weeks, and you notice how your body is responding to the initiating the change by you into the physicality. So these are the program that I would like to provide for online course. So check my website, livewithclarity.com. Livewithclarity.com for the details. Look forward to sharing this self-awareness program, personal energy management class. I am Ami, the intuitive. I see you next time. Thanks for listening. You have a wonderful creation and live with clarity. Please be sure to follow my YouTube channel, Ami That Intuitive. Ami That Intuitive. I see you next time. Bye.